Okay, the sound of the lightning in the background. Very strong, very dark. Okay, the sound of the lightning in the background. Just listening to very strong, very dark. We has sound. Okay, this is Christina Blackfeather. Let me do an edit here quick. Because I forgot to add some things. Um, uh, this was unplanned because, well, it's the middle of the night and I'm home. Had a really hideous migraine for a couple of days. So, why is it now not liking my email? Here we go. Okay. Uh, nope, not letting me do that. Okay. Let's do playlists. There's some things I can't do with the streaming, so that. Oh, this is so much fun. No, not altered content. This is what I do when I'm unprepared. It's okay, kind of hard to do much in the dark when it looks like there's lightning. Yay! Yay, lightning! Now, fortunately, my wife has said that she's okay with me talking while she's sleeping, and I've had a few people tell me that it's relaxing, but it is what it is. Okay, back to whoops, cancel. Doggone it! How do I save this? Probably save. The save button could be important. Yes. Okay. All right, now pop out of that. Let's double check it again. The cat's meowing in the background. All right, now here we go. Out of that, let's double check it again. All righty. So anyway, for those of you who have not figured out, we're back in Vintage Story. And of course, it's a lightning storm. I am trying to get some things ready for life in general in game. So I figured we would do some clay work while I'm sitting here in the dark. I did find a place that I actually like. Um, and it's kind of an outpost in a way because a part of the problem where I wasn't finding some really good ruins is because I had better mods in my mod folder and actually forgot to activate it. So, yeah, that was a thing. I have it activated now. I found a really gorgeous castle, actually. Um, but it's going to be a while before I touch that monster. Okay, so right now I'm just making an axe mold. I also am going to have to start making some stuff for food storage. But I kind of need some supplies first. And the thing that's kind of neat about the clay forming is that you can change up how many of the voxels you're actually filling in. Oops. Okay. I still don't get this right. Ah, stink at this. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been a long week so far because the migraine, like I said, was almost 2 straight days. Wanting to puke and everything. It was just bad. Okay. Well, let's get some of this out of the way. I think I have a problem though, is I actually need more sticks than 11 sticks. And it's dark. Keep trying to remove the grass from that. How do I only have 11 sticks? Get those out of my inventory. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit on what to do here. You see these two are covered with grass. It says pit kiln. You got to have stuff down there, shift, and just fill up with what you're going to fire. I got a crucible in there. I got a couple molds. Alright, now you would do this with the sticks, of which I am out. And that, and unfortunately I'm still out of sticks. So I'm going to plunk these down in the dark where you can't see them. Hello, Wolfie! I gotta harvest more trees anyway. According to the Hud Clock, it's 3:30 in the morning. According to the real clock, it's almost 2 a.m. I'm gonna try to go for a couple hours and then I gotta try and take a nap again. And okay, let's get this stacked too. I could stack in groups, but I'm just being lazy. You know, stack rows at once. Girl is lazy. Okay. I know there's a big pit over here somewhere. Take that. Starting over is so much fun because it's like, especially when your brain isn't really functioning. I was visiting Phoenix Ace. He's streaming right now. There's the pit I don't want to fall into. It's probably a big cave under there. Now, Phoenix does some pretty cool stuff. Oops. Right now he's looking for limestone. So he's just wandering trying to find limestone on the public server he's playing on. But I really wanted to play and I wanted to be able to record at the same time. So even if nobody's watching mine right now, I'm not overly worried about it. I just mainly wanted to record. And until I have a whole lot of time to video edit, live streaming's a little easier. And Chell's just being mistalkative again. Let's see. Yeah, let's just take some of these down. I want to make sure I get sticks, so that's why I'm doing this. I still have a bit of a headache. So just a chill gameplay here. The vines, I guess, will make some good ropes. We need ropes. Another thing, I'm getting a lot more grass for making skeps. Well, the reeds, that's why I'm collecting those, but the grass for doing the pit kilns. Don't know what the cats are doing. Wraith was wandering around yowling in happiness because he's a Fruit Loop. Okay, what is over here? Oh, hey, I have puffballs over here. Well, oh, yeah, puffball field. That's why. Oh, I did go a bit south of... What the heck? Nothing like getting myself lost. Well, there's that there. Okay, I see what I did. I'm gonna harvest some of these because it would be nice to have solid food storage. Or solid foods. These will keep until I'm ready to cook. Again, this early game grind. Okay. Although I have the food decay rate pretty slow, but still. All right. Surprised I don't have any birch seeds yet. Oh, one. Oh boy. There we go. So exciting this early on. Well, it was funny. One Aura Fury server I was on, not Mystic Winds, but one playthrough previously, I had purple heart trees, and I spent so much time standing there by hand or with shears and harvesting those purple hearts. So I was able to set up a little bit of vending to sell some of the wood and the seeds, but I had so many seeds. Oh my God. Because I kept going at those trees. Once I had somebody give me one purple heart, that was it. I turned them into a lot of purple heart. As you pair it up with a bald cypress, it looks really pretty. And as you see, you only have to chop at the bottom block of a tree. You don't have to chop all of them like you do in that other block game, as Kurazar likes to say. How much? 31 pieces. That could be enough sticks right now. And I think Blom just moved my wife's walker, 'cause she likes to ride on it. It's like her big Roomba. I love having the insects over the water like that. And look at that, forget-me-nots. So cute. And my cat just scared the crap out of me because he waggled the curtain in the window. I don't like maple wood. Not gonna harvest it right now. Would get me plenty of sticks. But I also don't want to mess up the look of that spot there. It is kind of pretty out here. What's over here? More of the bald cypress. That eventually, yeah, right in my little grove here. So I've got clay right here. I have a cave I did explore that there's nothing in it. I will prospect that later. Okay. Now let's, yeah, I collected a lot more reeds. Let's shove those in there. And oh, maple logs are so ugly. Let's put the birch in there. I am gonna have to make fences and start my farm. I did get lucky enough to find some terra preta as I was wandering. Or actually, no, it was high fertility soil, not terra preta. Oh, gosh, Chell's loud. Okay. So once I get, yeah, see, there's the high fertility. Once I get some of this done, then and firing, I need to go and, there's a drifter, get, copper bits. Because I am not going to be able to, this isn't going to be enough right here. I'll have to get copper bits and then mark where I picked them up. Okay, so again, shift, place. Luckily only 2. Alright, and I have a spare stick for tools. And why did I do that? So I am going to have to make some more tools. So I'm going to need more sticks anyway. Yeah, my hand control ain't even great right now. Really? Told ya. My hand control kind of sucks right now. Okay, and this is where you want to stand out of the way. You notice I've pretty much got most flammable stuff out of the way here. Ah, there's a good reason for that. And again, shift, hold down. I gotta work on a pit kiln too. I'm gonna have to fire up and get a lot more firewood, I mean. Really, Chell? You don't say. Brr. Okay. Oh yeah, that's that big gaping hole I don't want to go into. Let's see. If I do a 3x3 right here, I think that'll be sufficient. Lost my home again. Because if I look for the orange flowers that I found, my home is right there. Okay, I need more dirt. I just got this kind of out of the way for now because I don't really know where. Oh, there's 2 holes. Yeek! Yeah, don't fall down that. That would be pretty bad. Alright, let's take this all again. Control Shift. So once I got the charcoal going enough, then I can go hunt for copper. Alright, avoid the big holes. I am going to go have to chop down some more trees. Bugger. which is fine because I need more sticks. I also need to learn how to walk. Oh, gosh. I'm just feeling really toasted today, and not in a good way. Well, that would get me plenty of firewood, but a redwood tree would also really overload my inventory. I don't need that much. And until I know exactly where and what I'm building over here, I don't really want to go replanting a whole bunch of cattails. And then have to move them later. So I'm just leaving the random ones out. Okay. Look at that landscape. So cool. I've decided that one of my windmills is going to be set up in one of the redwood trees. Oh, more maple leaves. Look at that. Such ugly wooden game. Ugh. I had one bee house that I did that was purple heart and bald cypress, and oh my gosh, I just loved it. Oh, yeah, that's black walnut over there. I think I explored that way. Let's grab that. Black walnut's pretty too. It's got to have a good contrast wood with it. I met one guy at the Renaissance Festival who gave me the pedal operated scroll saw I have in the garage. You sit on it on a tractor seat and you pedal it, and it makes the rocker arm go up and down and operate the saw. He did interstatia, which is the basically making a finished jigsaw, really different inlays of different woods. And some of his work would be contrasting woods, like he would use ebony and he'd use birch together and stuff, and it was just amazing. The stuff he did was just gorgeous. And I'm doing this way again so that I get a good amount of sticks. Where am I going? Probably down there. I need wood. Hi, Bun Bun. Not ready for you yet. Do I want the spelt? I don't have a lot of inventory. Let's see. Oh, let's take that. I'll make that when I get back. Okay. Don't know really what I'm doing. Okay, let's mark this. The white blotches are deep holes. And when I was making supper and my wife was playing, I had to sit in creative to get the keep the game world open. Chill. What? Meow. Meow meow meow. What's the matter? Huh? What's the matter, Chow Chow? Oh, hi, Balam. Yep. Balam, let me come over here and pet you. No? Okay. No fighting with the wraith. Well, I think he's over here by me. No, he's not. Don't know where he went. Chell thinks she's the enforcer. Or the punisher. And, of course, Wraith gets in trouble all the time. I don't want to use birch for firewood. I might have to. That was a bunny. I suppose as I replant birch, though, I'll be able to get more firewood off of it. Okay, let's get some more of these vines. Okay. I need the firewood. I still have to today get some hostas and a tomato plant planted because I got more tomato plants coming. So at least get hostas in today and make a spot for the one tomato. Okay. This takes a bit. I could have grabbed those vines too. Oh well. Not upset. Okay. Let's do that just to get that one block out of my inventory. There we go. And there. Let's go this way. The uninteresting aspects of the game. early game. And like I said, I'm not overly worried about redoing some of this growth here on the maples. Sorry, had to take a drink of my pop. I saved some cans of Coke Zero Starry or not Starry, Star. It was one of their specialty editions. Okay, let's go to that. Yeah. I didn't realize that was getting spoiled. That's okay. Good thing I'm not having to do combat today. Kind of why I'm not playing Lens Island. Now, some of this I've been playing off camera, like finding the spot that I wanted to be my home. And there will be times that I am going to do that, but the majority of it I'm still going to try to do it all on camera. Oh, what does... Huh. Let's drop that out of the inventory. I know I didn't chop the whole tree down. Okay. Getting dark. Let's head back. Where is back? Oh, I went down. There's the puffball field. There's home, so I gotta go through this way. What was that ruin? Oh, the ruined village. Okay. There is a reason I don't like moving at night like this, because I can't see where the big holes are. You guys really can't see anything. Now, these end up being pretty big drops after a bit. You don't want to go just straight down. Oh, yeah, the red clay. That's one thing I don't have a shortage of, fortunately. There we go. Probably gonna put a chert roof on that thing, just so it stands out on the map. Feather. Feather? Oh, right there. Okay. You have to be right there where I'm working. Really? And if I set the torch down, it's going to... That's a full stack. Yeah. If I set the torch down, it's going to wreck my torch. So let's do this. And set it there so I can see. These new drifter things are terrifying. Oh, hi. Eternal. I hate to say it, but it's sometimes a little annoying when people do the special characters on their names and you have to interpret it. And really it's not so much that it's trying to type their name, you know, like in a live chat if you're trying to highlight them and you're like, "Oh, where do I find this character?" Um but yeah, I got it. And welcome aboard. I'm just playing with the leftovers of a migraine and oops. I am on peaceful right now. Once my wife and I get established, then we'll probably go, you know, and at least get normal difficulty back on. But right now, it's too much. I don't have great hand-eye coordination in any way, shape, or imagination right now. But I wanted to get stuff done, and I prefer to do it recording, so here I am. I still probably do not have enough wood. Let's see. I'm not going to be out in the dark chopping wood. Oh, that rift is annoying. Yikes. Oh, he climbed out of that big gaping hole I don't want to fall in. Oh my god, those things are scary. You know, I was playing on the previous version of this, so, yeah. Yikes, that thing was just terrifying climbing out of that hole. Okay, so this is the fun part. Let's see. Okay. It is smoking. So that's good. Okay. Charcoal pit's working. cat just ran over my foot. Yeah, meow. Get your butt up here by mommy then. Okay. Sorry. Had to get a drink again here. Alright, is it still smoking? Yes. Alrighty. Okay, I have to be careful not to fall in the water. Ah! Oh my god! Seriously, this is the first time I've seen one of those things. Oh, did they drown? No. Oh my god, that thing is terrifying. Eek. Just, nah. Oh god, that's scary. Okay, where? Okay, this is my little hidey spot, right? Yeah. Wow, that thing's frightening. Well, hi, nice. Yeah. It's just, I mean, the design of that monster, it is nightmarish. The new ones, it's like they are made out of nightmares. They are completely fascinating, but they're terrifying too. It's like the fact that that came out of somebody's head, and I mean, I've created some scary stuff, but wow, that thing is just awful. All right, I have stuff that's rotting. I might as well stick it in that container. Put those in there. That can go in there. Don't care. Um, yeah. Oh, that's where my other torch went. It's on the wall. Okay. Yeah, I know, 'cause I still played on 1.19 until my wife and I discussed it and decided that we just wanted to restart because medieval mod pack has not been updated at all. The creator just kind of disappeared. Um, then the there was a couple other mod packs that were kind of busted up. So, whoops. Oh, maybe if I do that. Like, why isn't this working? So yeah, these are seriously the first time I'm seeing the new monsters up close and personal like that. And they just look scary. They're very well done. I am not going to complain about that. They look like they fit the lore very well. Um They are very, very well done, but oh my God. I can't complain about the monster design. It does have that feeling of horror to it, almost that steampunk type Lovecraft horror. Yeah, they got it. They nailed it. Oh crap, that ain't gonna work. Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, yeah, Minecraft has got, some pretty unique monsters, but it's like they're so overdone. It's like when you have games where there's always the basic dungeons, like Neverwinter Nights. It was always like your character was first fighting rats. Everybody's character is first fighting some sort of skeleton or rat or something like that. And it's nice to see that these monster designs are unique. You're not finding them anywhere else. They are very unique to Vintage Story, and that really enhances the game by a huge amount. They are sticking true to what their vision is for this game, and I really appreciate it. As an artist, I appreciate it. Whoops. Like I said, my hand-eye coordination today is pretty terrible. I'm just trying to take it slow. I spent yesterday trying not to strain myself so that it didn't come back, 'cause some of it is blood pressure related. I mean, I'm 57, you know, and I do take blood pressure meds and stuff, but oh, there you are. Okay, so okay, there. Um, I'm sure some of it was that, plus I have the neck injuries, so that adds more pressure to my skull and the opening where my spine and the skull meet. It'll tighten up there, and that causes it too. So it's like I spent the day trying not to strain, but I have things I got to get done, and then I got to work tonight. So I'm used to working night shift, so that's why I'm up right now. Oh, wait a minute. Can I just copy that? Yay! I can. I can. All right. So incredibly exciting to play with clay. Actually, I love playing with clay. Real life, I love playing with clay. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's 2:41 here. Hi, sweetie. I'm sorry, am I keeping you up? Because I can end the stream. Hmm. I think I'm going to make another storage vessel first. There. For anyone who hasn't played this before, if you highlight the project you're working on and hit the F key, and there's a chorus line. If you hit the F key, it'll pop up that little menu you just saw, and you can select how many size blocks you're manipulating. The right click will put things in, left click will take away. It's actually pretty simple, and you also, of course, if you select that menu, you saw where I was kind of highlighting the little thing to copy a bunch of blocks at once. This here, it'll duplicate the layer, but you kind of have to have the correct layer done underneath first. Otherwise you end up removing a lot of clay like you saw me having to do. So it can get a little tedious, but it's not too bad. I still should put QB chisel tools back on. Bricklayers is not updated, which had me sad. I love bricklayers, but until they get that updated, I'm not putting it in. But QB tools is usually updated frequently, so QB's working on a railroad system too. So that's pretty exciting. I can't wait to see when he has that completely finished. So I do wish we had a railway system in game. That's a nice feature in the other block game, as Kurzar likes to say. Oh, hi Cedric. How are you doing? Two. Yeah. Part of why we also play on peaceful is because my wife's eyesight is pretty bad. Um, she did have one cataract removed, but there's also other eye damage post-COVID when we had it in 2020. And so, she still does some pretty amazing building with not being able to see much. So that's why we also keep the game at a slower pace, so to speak. But that's the nice thing about this game is you can pretty much customize it to play however you bloody well please. It's fantastic. I have trouble getting back into Minecraft because of Vintage Story. Vintage makes me feel like I'm up at the cabin and just out in nature. I really really love it. Okay. Pop these up here for now. I like to keep them out of my hot bar just in case. I have lost too many torches that way. Yeah, I've had a few lag spikes that didn't make any sense. I've kind of noticed that. It's like, why is this lagging? Okay, be careful, big hole. Big hole, big hole. Let's, actually, I need to see that the hole's there. How do I do this? I also need to remind myself that the hole is right there and not to fall in it. There we go. That's better. Okay, that's working. And did I just put everything away that I needed? No. Oh, good. I still wish we could get fishing in game 2. Even if all it is just giving us extra food. I don't need all the magic fancy weird stuff that is in Minecraft. I just want to be able to fish. It's enjoyable. Oops. Okay, I need to grab some more firewood. I can never remember which way I'm going here. I gotta make a little path. I have the start of a path. It is a pretty spot. That's a very pretty spot. I really like it. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing with it yet. How I'm going to work the build right here. That's still going. Alright, let's get some of this stuff out. Like, I'm going to have to create a spot to do blacksmithing. Okay. Let's step back over here and set this thing on fire. Okay, now, so I think I'm going to have my blacksmithing area be out here. Just kind of out of the way. Whoa. And that was a lag spike. That was really weird. Just gonna set these down. Okay. Yeah, fishing in games is just so relaxing. I hate to have to do this the hard way, but I might have to. There's a ruin. Huh. That's definitely a ruin. Well, I'm gonna have to do this the hard way and get sand. Um, let's see, are there things I don't need on me? I think I'm pretty good. I got sticks. Yes. I'll keep that on the first bar. This is going off of the bar for right now. That there. That there. Okay. So, I need to go that way. Oh, this is going to be fun. I need to get sand. And I'm also curious what that ruin has got. Because unless I can find a good amount of surface deposits, I think panning is probably going to be my best bet right now. And I also kind of enjoy panning, and not just in game. I have a panning kit in my car. Ah, oh yeah. I'm kind of excited to see how the sailboats work. No, for my birthday last year, I got a metal detector as well. So I'm pretty excited to we're going to be up at the cabin for at my in-laws cabin. It's not ours. Um, but going to be there for 2 weeks, and I'm bringing the panning kit, and I'm bringing the metal detector. Whoops, that's not the same food that I had. Um, we're the lake we're on does have the black sand, which is what you need in order to find the gold. And I was working on teaching myself the skills how to properly pan. I'm not rating that yet. I will eventually raid the blocks on some of these ruins. But it'll also kind of be neat to see what the metal detector finds, because it looks like there are some remains of possible Hopewell native settlements up there. And I know that doesn't help with like pottery and stuff, but it still would be kind of fun just to see what's up there. I gotta watch out because I think there's big gaping holes yet I don't want to dive into. Oh, there's sand there too. Uh-huh. Wow. Okay. Well, that's fun. Uh, I know I can't do much on the way of exploration right at the moment. That looks like granite. Okay. Still gonna head over to that desert. Sorry, hearing something weird. Yeah, yeah, panning in game to me is just fun, and it's fun in real life. It's kind of messy. Um, I like messy. Oh, don't fall down that feather. A feather not go down the hole. Yeah, we went on our honeymoon. We went sluice mining in the mountains in Kentucky, and that was a lot of fun. Um, Very messy. I was just as muddy as some of the kids that were there mining too. It was great. Oh. So I just really had a good time with it, and I want to do that again for sure. Oh, lag spike. Not good when you're in the water. There's bees over here somewhere. Bee Island. JBs. They're JBs. Okay. Something caught my eye. Uh-huh. Did I mark that ruin before? I don't think I've found that ruin before. Look at these shells. I know crushy shells. The driftwood is pretty cool too. I like that they added that. Is that a ruin or just rock formation? Wait, a lot of quartz bits over here. Termite mounds, emergency foodstuffs. Wow, look at this. Okay, yeah, they're just rock formations. It's not one of those. I did find where there's one of those weird ruins that looks like claws coming up out of the ground, made out of rock. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's bookmark that. I can come back and get those later. Get a couple branches off of that. I know I wanted to get sand, but I also want to see what that ruin is. Let's go down and find out. And hopefully Feather does not fall down a hole. Oh, so many rocks to grab. Easy to get building materials when you don't have a pickaxe yet. Yeah, yeah, that's no pickaxe is kind of inconvenient. I will get there. There's a ruin there too, it looks like. Early, oh, that's what it is. That's the ruin I was looking at. Okay. Early Aura Fury, I loosened a block and I ended up going down into a cave. The sand, all of it just collapsed on me. It sucked. This looks like remove decor. What did that give me? Oh, oh, neat. Cool. I didn't know you could do that. Couldn't before. I'm scared to go down that because I have nothing to get myself back up. Although, yeah, I don't need a pickaxe for these. And I do have dirt. Wood rubble. Not Barney rubble? Ha ha ha. Ruined bed. There's a chest. Okay. I don't need a large crate of cobwebs. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, I could. That would get me out. Oh, fire clay. You beauty. Yoink. Some of this I might just leave in here. My first necklace. Weird wearing a cross. Uh, the pagan's wearing a cross. Well, it's not weird if you look at, I mean, crosses were in Ireland and stuff well before, Christianity even arrived. Okay. I didn't know you could pick those up. Oh, that's a cracked vessel. There's a cave here, too. Ooh. Neat. Huh. Well, that's actually pretty cool. A bone and an empty crock. I still need to grab sand. I'm going to get rid of some of these extra pieces, though, because don't really need them. Yeah, there we go. And the empty crock saves me from having to redo things, make some more clay forming. Saves me some time. I don't need the cobwebs right now. Let's just set you there, get you out of my inventory. That too. This structure was created by Syrian in 2025. Oh, for cool. This must be part of the better mods. This ruin. Huh. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. I'm I'm good with that. So let's do bright green on that one too. Cool. The fact that it's labeled now with something, that is really neat. Okay. I don't want that crate. I want that crate. Okay. Turnip seeds. I'll take turnip seeds. Let me get rid of that now. Okay. And wow. I I kind of like it. That's a half stair, isn't it? No, it just says cobblestone. That's really cool. That little bit of stuff actually excites me. Oh. Looks like I am out of space. Didn't need those. And I got spelt seeds. I'll take the seeds. I'm good with that. All right. And so there was a lot of seeds in there. But I still have an issue. Oh, I picked those up by accident. The broken commoner gloves. Okay. Gotta get myself a way out. I'm not gonna make a ladder. I'm just gonna dirt block it up for now. Maybe. There we go. Okay. I can get to that some more later, but let's grab our sand. Oh. What had a wooden framework right there too. Well, it still says it's shale, but that that's really cool. I did not know that um, that mod pack was that they were actually putting names to the structures now. That's really awesome. Yeah. No, I'm taking the coal with me, but I have space because once I dump these terrible commoner's gloves, then I can have room for the sand. One stack of sand should help me get some copper. Unless I find a lot more copper. Like right here. What is... Oh, that's got to be another ruin right there. Okay, the cloud cover floating overhead startled me. Ah! Oh my god. That's funny. Alright, and I can probably drop the dirt. Let's do that to mark that this is where the copper is. All right. I'll take whatever little bit I can get. Okay. And, okay. There they were. That's gravel under there. Okay, so I haven't gone into that one. That's okay. Don't care. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to do that. Come over this way, closer to my destination of home. That still just thrills me. I really, really like that they're doing that. Rowley is one of the people that is designing the Better Ruins, and he's one heck of a builder. And I think Dampus is one of the designers on that pack too. And I've played with both of them on a server, and they're just fantastic. And they work on this mod pack, so they've done such a fantastic job with it. Like one of the episodes here, if I take you guys to the castle, because I eventually want to rebuild Castle Black. It's shale, I think. Just absolutely beautiful. It's so stunning. Yeah, our community is great. The fact that the makers of the game keep in contact with everybody and you know listen to player feedback. You don't get that with Microsoft and stuff, you know. Well, once my shovel breaks, I can get a second stack of sand. Oh, 316 in real life here. Don't know why I brought the grass with. That was kind of silly. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, this game is not only unique for how it works, but for uh, the developers and the designers and everything taken the time that they do and the closeness to the community that they have is just so unique. That was also a lag spike. That's what makes this game so special compared to other games, though, is the involvement. That's like you run into some of the other streamers and players of this game too, and the sense of fun that we have with it, and everybody just, we're kind of like all together and enjoying this together. And it's like I don't even know how I caught Phoenix Ace when I first encountered his stream, you know, and he's great. Kurazar is fantastic. I found him when I was looking up something to try and get some help with something. I, I haven't found anybody in vintage story community that is very negative about anything, and it's just so refreshing. Oh gosh, yeah, but then if I go across the water, I'm going to have the torch get messed up. I can also take that dirt block decor there and stick it here too, and it would be fine. And if I really have to drop the grass, I'm not worried about it. It's so exciting collecting sand. All right. And Hud Clock says it's only 9:30 in game. Ah. Well, shoot. That'll be a good spot to get one more stack. Get it finished. But then I'm kind of stuck because I don't want to swim back across the water with a torch in hand. I will be regretting that decision. I did Minecraft back in the day. There was a uh, uh, resource pack called Life in the Woods Renaissance, and I was looking something up and met Jeannie. She does a lot of gaming stuff, and we've become really good friends. I mean, her son even came and stayed with me when he came to the United States to visit, and they both live in Holland, and she's just so much fun. But it I can't get her into vintage story. She plays so many other games, and she still does Minecraft too. Does Weaves of Fate is what they've named their servers. Oh, I wish I could get back home without having to swim. Doggone it. It's not like I can't make more torches, but then I would be out of torches. Because I'm going to fail at diving across this. Swim across with no torch. There we go. Yeah. This, and if I want to relax during the winter, and feel like I'm up at the cabin and just enjoying life, this is the game for me to be doing that. This is the place I go to relax, basically, and that's why it's so unique. And I mean, I've gotten to liking Lens Island. I do right now dailies in Infinity Nikki. I don't, because I work full time. It's kind of hard to do all the gaming that I want to do. But that, and I have my art business too, and I take care of my wife and take care of the house. But it's like there's not enough time. Real life gets in the way of my gaming. But if I want to relax, this is it. And the Hud Clock is only saying it's almost midnight. Rift activity's calm, at least. The cat is wanting attention. Meow. Meow. Wraith. I have an American Bombay male named Thomas Wraith. Named him after the hairdressing vampire in the Dresden Files. And then we have the two Norwegian forest cat mixes, Ischel and Balam. Their names come from Nawat. Ischel is the jaguar goddess, and Balam is what they call the jaguar. So that was my wife's idea. The girls are more stripy than spotty, so I don't know, but it's okay. Oh, the little kitty. Yes, that icon is really cute. What do you want? I'm actually doing stuff here just 'cause my hands are not on the keyboard. His eyes are glowing orange right now in the dark. So I got the lights off so that my wife can sleep. A lot of Bombays have orange color eyes. Wraiths are either yellow or green. He's not show quality Bombay cat, but we got him from the Humane Society because somebody dumped him off, which is kind of sad. Although it was really cute because he had both his paws, shiny little paws, through the cage and was waggling them at me and mowing. And it's like, oh my god! It was only him and another older cat there. And this other family had come in, and the boy wanted this cat. And he was trying to convince his parents to convince me to let him have this cat, even though we were in one of the meeting rooms with Wraith at the time. Like, no. And we had gone there for one of the Maine Coons. Actually, it weren't Maine Coon, it was Norwegian Forest Cat because it came out of the same colony that our girls did. And the family had caught a whole litter of the kittens and brought them to the Humane Society. And the one female that was at the branch we were at got adopted out right before we got there. And so she was out of that colony. But then what happened is later on the following spring, Mama Cat had abandoned her kittens on the shed floor on the concrete, and each shell almost died. Um, they didn't even have their eyes open yet, but Chell was just, we still call her the hissing peanut. She's mouthy, and they're 6 years old now. But yeah, it was funny. She was spitting in the car. This little itty bitty spitting kitty. She was so mad. And we were going to bring her to the Humane Society and have the vet check her over because I was really concerned you know, about her health. And one of the things we did find out is that if they don't have a foster, they will just put the kittens down. And it doesn't matter if they're a no-kill shelter or not, they will do that. Um, so we were bottle feeding every 2 hours. Um, and they are just the sweetest girls, although they do get into fights with Wraith, which happens when you have bonded female cats like that. There's still the attitude that they're going to try to chase a male off. And Wraith raised them. He was carrying them around like he was a mama cat, but it doesn't matter now. So yeah, it gets to be kind of dramatic around here. The squirt bottle does get employed. Um, but then they'll get along just fine too. It's just occasionally there's some epic cat battles of history, where they end up rolling in a big ball of fur down the hallway or something, and it's all the hissing and spitting and yeah, fur flying. 2:30 in game. Still spring, by the way. I did set the temperature of the world a little bit warmer, and I shut True Winters off because Troy doesn't like the True Winters part, so we didn't do that. Okay, come on. Do 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 do. I can't believe I got 20 people watching. That's nice. Sorry about the boring standing here waiting for daylight, just 'cause I don't want to wreck a torch. And I also don't want to walk in the darkness when there's all of these nice little, well, big holes. I still forgot what that one was. Oh, yeah, the ruined village. I haven't gone down exploring that one yet. A lot of stuff I haven't explored. And some stuff that I have. The real treasure is right there. That's the Black Castle. And eventually that will become a home. I plan on restoring that castle, and if the game doesn't have updates that completely ruin the play of it, if you keep up the same world and things get broken, if an update does not break it, that's what I need to say, then I will have a long-term project on my hands. So if that gives you any idea how big this thing is, and there is a well that I kind of cheated. I jumped into creative and dove down into it to look, and there is a huge cave system under there. Underwater cave system. I did not want to explore that and get lost. I get lost. Oh, yeah. Well, I think we're getting close enough to daylight. It's just the idea of going through those holes the hard way. at those pretty cornflowers. Curzar's favorite flowers in game are the lupines, and I actually had some real life lupines in my garden, but all the work that they did um, having to replace, oh, okay, uh, they had to replace our pipes going into the house because they were so corroded that the water was basically coming in through a drinking straw. And the water tested positive for lead. So we had that. The city also had to replace all the gas mains. And we had to have all the windows replaced because of lead. So it just destroyed my garden. The lupines died. Um, then they took this cheap fill, the cheapest darn fill they could get, and part of our yard and the neighbor's yard. They took out this big hedge that was there, put this cheap, rocky, gravelly fill in there, and I have to try and plant into it. The city gave us the number for the contractor that did it because the city won't fix it, and the contractor will not contact the neighbors back either. So we're stuck. And it's extremely frustrating because we both had real pretty gardens and they're gone. So a lot of restoration work out there. I'm digging out the big rocks I can find just to use them in other areas where I want some rock, but it's just frustrating that they put this cheap stuff in. Some of it looks like pieces of old concrete even. So yeah, they just went and got probably crappy spare stuff from the city. So that was disappointing. And I can't get hydrangeas to grow either, so I've given up on those. I have a bunch of hostas, and I've got Lily of the Valley coming. So I'm excited about that because I love Lily of the Valley. Hostas are easy to grow. Okay, 527 in game. Let's get that out of my hand. Now, oh, I'm not as far from home as I thought. Look at that. The little antelope. It's so cute. Hey, don't worry, baby. I'm not going to try to kill you. You're just a baby. Fast little bugger, too. There we go. Make sure I go the right way and not down a hole. There's the hole. Alrighty, and what did I grab here? I got more seeds. That won't go in there, that won't go in there, and that won't. Okay. Well, one of the things I want to do let's set the sage crate over here for now. This is just a base camp for now until I can figure out what I am doing. Right now, I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Close enough. Let's see. Bong! Discovered lore letters, part 1 of 8. Quartermaster's ledger, date unknown. Our food stocks are depleted. We've only the dried wolf and rabbit meat left. Largely, we're left to chewing leather now. Our vests, our belts, our boots. We draw our last breaths. The huntsman corps managed to trap 2 healthy squirrels and a gray gosling not more than 10 hours ago, I'd wager, anyway. It's not nearly enough to feed all the workmen. The ones in the mines had to be prioritized as expected of their labor. Despite the additional meal, their health is declining. We're running out of options. Furthermore, Joseph, Barda, and Jaren were taken this day. They did not go willingly. The others still might have a chance. I have to believe so for my own sake. That just... The lore in this game is so interesting. Yeah. Well, what happened, the reason we discovered the lead in the water in the first place is that they put in a new water meter in the basement, and it started leaking one day. And so I told my landlord. He had a guy come out. It did not understand that I had said that it was the water coming into the house. It was leaking in that part of the basement. So they sent out a guy for the septic. And he's like, "No, this has nothing to do with me. Why'd they do this?" And I'm like, that's where I'm confused. So he went and took what little look he could, and then he called the city. I'm trying to remember how to do it was an axe, wasn't it? Um, and so the city guy came out and he said, "Yeah, the leak is, this isn't it. Let's look this up." He said, "Yeah, it's coming from the water meter we just put in." And I'm like, "Oh, great." So they came out and the guy repaired it. And I mentioned the water pressure because we had not been able to do, oh, there we go, even run the shower for over a year. It was that bad. And it was getting to be where it could not uh, work anything. Not the shower, not the outside hose, absolutely nothing. And we're like, what is going on here? And that's when we found out how bad everything was corroded. Well, then the guy also said that they would test it, and if it turned out positive, my landlord would be able to get all the repairs for free. And that ended up being the case, which really sucked. Okay, so the panning is a fun one for anyone who does not know. I just usually do this. It's easy. Just stand in the water, right click with the pan in hand, hold down the right click. Or actually you don't have to, you just right click. And sometimes you get stuff, sometimes you don't. And that was just giving me Flint. Yeah, and then for a while after they did everything, we didn't even have sidewalks in front of the house, so I had to use the wheelchair for my wife, get her to the car, because she's got dialysis 3 times a week. And so I'm pushing her down the block just to get to the car. Um, so yeah, it was a real big mess, and the whole street was torn up. There were a few houses they had to deal with, and the city also knew about this. They've known about it for a few years, and they didn't do anything with it. And that was really super frustrating. So we've been in this house for 14 years, and I'd been cooking with the city water and all of that. And for a while, they even said I acted like I had lead exposure, because if you have long term lead exposure, um, it will get into the joints and it'll act like rheumatoid arthritis. And of course, I've got nerve damage from injuries and stuff like that, so it's hard to tell um, if there was any long term lead exposure or not. Not really. There's no way to actually prove it. So, yeah, that whole fiasco was fun. And then we're less than a mile from a recycling plant. And the recycling plant was also doing their share several years ago. It ended up in the news um, that they were faking their results of the stuff that spews out into the air. Um, and they were way above the guidelines for heavy metals, including lead. So my garden was also getting lead, exposure as well. So I had to plant kale and things like that, and amaranth, and just let it destroy, and then put it in the garbage. So because those plants will actually leach heavy metals out of the soil. So that took some restoration work there too. Well, I'm getting a little bit of stuff here. Oh, this is. You guys will find, if you haven't played this can be tedious when you're live streaming it, but it actually is really relaxing. Yeah, this is inner city. I mean, it's not fun. I mean, now I've got a good sized yard, so I'm not haven't planted a lot this year or anything. I'm still half my beds I haven't even weeded yet because I just can't keep up. But it's like I grew out up in the middle of farmland, and we didn't have these issues like this. And so yeah, this city living is not my favorite thing, although um I do like it in some ways. I like being around people and stuff. I don't have an issue with that, but I miss being out on the farm. I miss having horses. I miss all of that. So that's that's where it sits. But anyway, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning here, and I probably should try to go back and lay down. So I gotta get up in 3 hours anyway. And we're just at the panning bit now. I got 2 pieces of copper so far. So I do appreciate everybody who's come to watch. 26 people, that's awesome. That's better than my crafting streams, honestly. So I hope you guys had a good time. I did. This was just nice to be able to chill for a while, and I'm gonna try and stream again this weekend. I do have to go out and see my mom and see my dad because my mom's in memory care right now. So got to make a trip of that because it's an hour one way. But yeah, I still want to stream again, probably Friday or Saturday. So yeah. All right. Yeah, mine's kind of yerking at me too. Okay, you guys have a great night. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Blessed be everyone and take care. And how do I stop this crazy?